Welcome to the March 12th, 2019 meeting of the Blount County Beer Board. We'll now listen to the emergency evacuation procedures.
Before we get started, let me read the emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency evacuation, an alarm will sound. Everyone should exit the building by way of the nearest stairwell in a safe and effective manner. If the nearest stairwell is blocked by smoke, use the other stairwell. Do not use the elevator. Once you've reached the main floor, follow the exit signs to exit the building and quickly proceed away from the building. Please be mindful of others evacuating and of emergency vehicles.
Board members, please register your presence if you hadn't done so already. Madam Clerk, have you taken the roll?
Mr. Chairman, you have 7 members present and 2 absent.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners Bennett and Reagan are traveling and could not attend tonight's meeting. So we'll hope they have a safe trip. At this time, I'll stand for a motion to set the agenda. Commissioner Carver made the motion and seconded by Commissioner Hood. Please register your vote to set the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, there are 7 yes votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We'll now move to item B1, approval of the minutes from the Beer Board meeting on February 21st, 2019. I'll stand for a motion. Moved by Commissioner King and seconded by Commissioner Carver. Thank you. Is there any discussion? If you'll register your vote. Oh, you got something to say, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Commissioner Hood.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've had several people contact me with concerns of safety issues on that road. It's a secondary road for the county.
This is minutes.
Point of order, Commissioner Hood, I think you're a little ahead of where we're at on the agenda.
Is it?
Yeah, if you'll just hold those comments for just a second, we'll go ahead and approve the minutes, and then we'll move on to
Thank you.
public input on the agenda. If you'll register your vote.
Till we're on to vote. Mr. Chairman, there are 7 yes votes.
Okay, thank you. We'll now move to item C, public input on items on the agenda. If anybody has any public input and wishes to speak on these items that's on tonight's agenda, you can come to the podium and state your name and the agenda item you wish to speak on. You've got 3 minutes to do so. Does anyone wish to speak? Okay. We'll move on to item D, new business, which would be the first reading regarding a request for an on-site or on-premises beer permit application of Blackberry Farm for Blackberry Mountain at 121 Mountain Lodge Road, Wallen, Tennessee 37886. Go ahead.
If there is no objection, I'd like to move that all 3 of these items, item D1, item D2, and item D3, move forward to the public hearing on March the 21st at 6 p.m. If there's no objection. Since they're all first readings, there's no other business to handle with these 3 except to set the public hearing for these. So I move that all 3 of these move forward to the March 21st at 6 PM for the second reading.
Okay. We got a motion to move it to March 21st. We're just gonna vote on all three of those together. All those three requested, moved to public hearings for second reading on March 21st at 6 PM. And, we've got a second, Commissioner Carver. Thank you. We'll vote on that.
Any discussion?
Is there any discussion? Commissioner Hood?
Yes, sir. I've just got one issue with one of the items. The other two, I don't. But
Okay, if you wanna, state which one you're speaking in regards to, and then we'll move from there.
number one,
Okay,
I've had contact with residents in that area, and they had issues with safety issues with the road being a secondary road. Farmers own tractors, and they just didn't want to have another on-premises beer license given.
okay. Thank you, Commissioner Hood. Does anybody else have any discussion on either of the three that we're speaking of? If not, we'll vote to move all three of the requests to a public hearing for second reading on March 21st at 6 PM. That's what you're voting yes or no for.
Mr. Chairman, there are 6 yes votes and 1 no vote.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. The next beer board meeting will be Thursday, March 21st at 6 PM. This meeting's now adjourned.